Hey guys, first Regardsman here. I'll be talking about Space Marine 2 Hotfix 14.1 for patch 14. This came out like 17 minutes ago. We have some stuff here for heroic weapons, some new boss changes, and also some general bug fixes that people should be pretty happy about. We're going through all of that here today, starting off with the heroic Stalker Bolt Rifle. So number one, number of body shots required to trigger Auspex scan radius reduced from 4 to 3. Okay, so body shots, those are the trigger mechanisms that Saber really wants. They want body shots. They are not changing the headshots unless they have like another hotfix. And only 3 shots in the body to trigger this. I mean, that's definitely better. But my big issue with this perk effect was that it required consecutive body shots. And if you missed a shot in between, or you had another source of damage like a shock grenade, that would interrupt your streak basically, which is a pretty terrible thing. I'm not sure if this fixed that, but if it did, this is a huge buff. Next, they have Auspex scan radius increased from 8 to 10 meters. I was really expecting like a radius increase here, but it's a nice thing to have. And also keep in mind, the Auspex scan on the Heroic Stalker Bolt Rifle, it is a separate Auspex from the Tactical, and they do stack together. Next perk here, or weapon here, is Heroic Combi Flamer. Reduced charge of time for the Flamer Barrel. Thank God the Flamer Barrel's charge of time was way too long, especially in comparison to the Pyroblast or Brazilian Flame, and having this as an underbarrel, it felt pretty terrible, so hopefully this makes it feel significantly better. They've also buffed up the bolter barrel damage by 10%, which is another huge change for this because this thing's bolter damage was like 20% below the relic tier. Hopefully this makes it catch up, but like honestly, I think they could just give this one full damage and it wouldn't even be like a broken weapon at all. Next, they have a Flamer Barrel ammunition can now be replenished using the ammo crate, and they've also done the same here for the Heroic Combi Melta. Okay, so this was a huge issue players had. You could not get back any type of like secondary or auxiliary ammunition from these crates for a bit here, and it was bugged for the Combi Melta because way back when they did make it so grenades could no longer get anything back from ammo crates, because grenades on like infinite ammo crates was ridiculous, and we see that in siege mode as well with the ammo boxes you can buy. But on the Flamer Melta, it is not a justified nerf at all, so great change. Glad they fixed this. Next, they have the Heroic Power Fist. They can now fire a Melta Blast after a single charge in hold stance. Melta Blast attack after a delayed light attack damage has been slightly increased. Okay. I mean, this thing's still gonna suck, I'm gonna be honest, because the problem with this weapon is not the Melta Blast. It has like pretty much always been the trigger mechanism, and also the fact that the Power Fist itself has a way better charge attack built into it with Thrust Jab. That's pretty much always gonna be better than a Melta Blast, but maybe this will make like the gimmicky effect feel better. But I have a feeling this weapon's still gonna be a low tier weapon because Melta Blast is just not that strong. But I'm glad they're like, looking into fixing it a bit. And, there'll probably be another pass on this weapon in the future in like a 14.2 or 14.3 hotfix. Next, we have customization, minor customization fixes. Then we have enemies, Scarab Occult, Terminator Sorcerer. Now, delay for a follow-up double beam attack has been increased to accommodate for slower dodge roll animations. Thank God. The double beam attack on this guy is diabolical. Now, they did do a ton of nerfs to him back in the public test server, but I mean, he's still been a very difficult boss for players. And the big issue with the beam attack is that it has a delay on the final hit, and most players have been struggling with that a ton. It's a pretty awkward timing until you properly practice it. So I think this is like a pretty justified change. Next, they have teleportability now deals significantly reduced damage. I mean, that's a pretty good change as well. I don't think the teleport's damage was that OP. There was a bug where it was one-shotting you, but I'm pretty sure that was not intended. Maybe they're fixing that. But either way, back in the PTS, this would still nuke you down for like 70% HP. Maybe that is a bit much because the triple clones will spawn. Those do teleport on you to do this damage. So great change here too. Next, we have general fixes. They have fixed an issue with the battlefield conditions, squad unity, and split up radiuses being mixed up. Thank God. This was a pretty huge toxic thing that players are getting pissed about. Next, they have fixed a bug with the Tacticals perk, Crack and Penetrator rounds, granting penetration for projectile-based weapons. Okay, so once again, Crack and Penetrator rounds is not going to have a bug on the plasma anymore. There was a bug in this patch here where all of the penetration effects would apply to your plasma weapons. That is gone. Next, they have fixed a bug with battlefield condition come prepared, not granting 10 sims to all team members. Great change here. And they've also fixed some ordeals that were not taking players' progress if they join a game that was already started on the first sector in siege mode. And they have also fixed the weekly siege mode ordeals progression not being counted in some cases. All right, well, those are some pretty pretty good changes there. And the final ones here are some fixes to several issues with the server-side mods on the Steam Workshop and crash fixes. And that's pretty much all there is here, guys. I mean, the heroic changes here, I don't think they're that substantial. I mean, the heroic stalker bolt rifle and combi flamer ones are pretty good, but the heroic power fist, I'll have to try this one out in game today, but we'll see how this actually goes. But that is pretty much all I have to say in this one, guys. Let me know how you feel about the heroic weapons and their changes here. Do you think this would be enough, or do you think you need like further buffs? And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And if you want to watch me live to ask you questions about the game or see all these new buffs, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description. I'll send a link to my community Discord. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye.